Welcome back to The Explainer. You know, we absolutely love taking fascinating source material and completely unpacking it for you so you can see exactly what makes it tick. Okay, let's dive into this. Today, we're looking at the absolute foundation of a really specific fitness journey. We're talking about day one of a 14-day exercise plan, one specifically designed to help with weight loss and target belly fat, straight from the creators over at Mr. and Mrs. Muscle. So what are we doing today? Well, we're going to break down the core structure of this workout, talk about how accessible the movements actually are, and this is the really cool part. We're going to look at the psychological mindset mapped out by the workout's very own soundtrack. Trust me, there's a lot of incredible ground to cover here. So let's get right into it. Right off the bat, I've got to draw your attention to this lyric pulled straight from the workout's audio track. Something is behind the clouds, we just have to believe it. I mean, wow. Because fitness isn't just about moving your body, right? It's a massive mental game. When you're sitting there on day one, you almost never see immediate physical results. That end goal, that healthier, stronger version of yourself, it's essentially hidden behind the clouds. And this just sets the perfect motivational tone. Before you even break a single sweat, you have to buy into the belief that this 14-day commitment is going to yield something amazing, even if you can't quite see it yet.
Section 1. The 14-Day Framework. Let's quickly look at the physical rules of engagement for this routine.
So, the number 14. This entire program is built entirely around a 2-week commitment. And honestly, what's so brilliant about framing a workout plan in a 14-day window is that it strikes this perfect psychological balance. It's long enough to establish a real, genuine habit, and for you to actually start feeling real changes in your stamina. But it's short enough that the finish line always feels, well, visible. You aren't committing to some vague, endless, grueling regimen. No way. You are committing to exactly 14 days. And getting through day one? That is the absolute crucial first step to unlocking the whole sequence.
Next up, we have the number 20. The source material makes it totally clear that this routine requires just 20 minutes a day. And honestly, this is a massive selling point for anyone trying to squeeze health into a super busy schedule. We so often think that achieving fitness goals means we have to spend hours and hours at the gym. But this framework, it completely turns that notion on its head. By capping the daily requirement at just 20 minutes, it totally removes that classic "I don't have enough time" excuse. It demands a brief but incredibly focused little pocket of your day.
And then we hit this very specific, honestly pretty intense metric mentioned in the source, 100 seconds. The transcript literally challenges you to spend 100 seconds and absolutely crushing it. So within that broader 20-minute window, you're going to hit these micro-challenges. These are brief, highly concentrated bursts of effort where you do absolutely everything you have in the tank. It's this specific layering, a 14-day plan made of 20-minute daily blocks featuring 100-second bursts of maximum effort that literally forms the mechanical backbone of day one. Section 2. Low impact, high intensity. Let's really get into the specific physical mechanics here. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this core physical paradox. The routine is designed to be low impact, but also high intensity. So you're probably asking yourself, wait, is this for complete beginners or is this for fitness experts? Well, the beauty of it is that it bridges the gap perfectly. The low-impact nature means you aren't doing any heavy jumping that's going to jar your knees and joints, which makes it incredibly approachable if you're a beginner. But on the flip side, the high intensity means you're moving fast, resting very little, and keeping that heart rate soaring, which is going to challenge even the most seasoned athletes. Now, if you are just starting out, the absolute key modification here is simply controlling your pace. You want to focus on deliberate form and stepping with real purpose, rather than trying to perfectly match an expert's blazing speed. That way, you're performing these high-intensity movements safely without completely burning yourself out on day one.
When you look at these features together, they create a perfect recipe for accessibility. You need zero equipment because it's body weight only. It protects your joints because, like we said, it's low impact. And I absolutely love this third bullet point. The auto-generated transcript delightfully called it common-friendly, which is actually a really quirky, funny translation for apartment-friendly. Because there's no heavy jumping or dropping massive weights on the floor, you can totally do this in a second-floor apartment without driving your downstairs neighbors crazy. It basically removes every single geographical and financial barrier to getting a good workout in.
Section 3. The soundtrack to success. Let's switch gears for a second and treat the audio track as the internal monologue of the exercise.
So we have this lyric pulled directly from the source material. Shouldn't be too complicated if I listen to my heart. And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer simplicity of a bodyweight-only routine. You don't need to decipher complex, intimidating gym machines. You don't have to stress about having perfect Olympic weightlifting form. It really shouldn't be complicated. You just have to listen to your heart, and I mean that quite literally in a cardiovascular sense. Just let your body's natural mechanics do the heavy lifting. It's such a powerful reminder to just stop overthinking your fitness journey.
And then boom, we hit this urgent call to action in the soundtrack. So baby, we should start living now. I mean, this is the ultimate anti-procrastination message, right? Think about it. How often do we tell ourselves, oh, I'll start my fitness journey on Monday, or next month, or right after the holidays? This lyric, pulsing right there in the background of day one, it's urging you to stop waiting. The 14 days begin the exact second you finally decide to start living now.
Section 4. Pushing through the burn. All right, this is where that peak physical fatigue really starts to set in.
It's the universal question of fitness, isn't it? How do we keep going when it gets tough? When your muscles are screaming, your lungs are on fire, and you look at the clock and realize, oh man, I still have 8 minutes left. You absolutely need a cognitive strategy to override your body's natural desire to just throw in the towel and quit. Let's move to and see how this builds a really cohesive mental strategy, which is mapped so beautifully by the emotional journey of the song's lyrics. Step 1 is the initiation. Start living now. You made the active choice to show up. Step 2 is embracing the challenge, always coming back for more. It's recognizing that the struggle itself is actually the whole point. And then step 3, that's the ultimate perseverance. Just keep on trying. When your form starts getting a little sloppy because you're exhausted, you don't quit. You just keep trying to the absolute best of your current ability. Just listen to this line. It's getting warmer. Too much for sure. So cold though. We're always coming back for more. It perfectly captures the literal, physiological reality of a high-intensity workout. I mean, your body temperature rising, it's getting warmer. The effort definitely feels like too much for sure. And yet, there's this incredible human paradox highlighted right here. Even though it's exhausting, even though it's incredibly difficult, we are always coming back for more. We willingly subject ourselves to the burn simply because we crave the adaptation and the growth that always follows it.
Section 5. Just keep on trying. We are nearing the very end of your 20-minute window here. As the workout finally draws to a close, the soundtrack offers this really poignant thought. I keep on hoping someone we can make this all right. To me, this perfectly frames that lingering internal hope for real transformation. You just put your body through this intense 20-minute stressor, hoping that ultimately it makes everything all right, that it's going to lead to a healthier, stronger, just more vibrant version of yourself. It truly acknowledges the deep vulnerability of starting a brand new program. So, the crucial point is, the mandate for tomorrow, for day 2, is exactly the same as today. Just keep on trying. Whether you are a complete beginner who had to purposefully modify every single movement today just to stay safe, or a total expert who managed to absolutely crush those 100-second intervals, you are facing the exact same choice tomorrow. Are you going to let the clouds obscure your progress, or will you show up again for another 20 minutes? Just keep on trying. What's hiding behind your clouds? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and